Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to the second candle review of the day. I hope you are having a good one. If you missed it a little earlier, I shared my thoughts of the Bath & Body Works Coconut Sandalwood fragrance. I will link that review in the description box right below this video here. If you are so inclined, feel free to go check that out later on. But in this video, we are talking about Frozen Rainbow Pop from HomeWorx. This is a part of the Nostalgic Treats collection. And just in full disclosure, as always, anytime that I receive anything as PR, I let you guys know. Usually when HomeWorx drops a new collection, they will allow the ambassadors to select one or two of the fragrances to be able to share our thoughts with you guys. So the Frozen Rainbow Pop was new to me, and so I thought this would be a great one to go ahead and select and share with you guys. All opinions are obviously still my own. If you're interested in picking this one up, I'll put a link in the description box. It is available at homeworx.shop. You can use my discount code. That'll save you 15% off of your purchase of $40 or more. It works with the vast majority of sales, so definitely pop that in to the little coupon section as you are checking out and see if you can save yourself a little bit more money. But without further ado, you guys, let's go through Frozen Rainbow Pop. And I gotta tell you, this one surprised me a little bit. When this was offered as a potential PR item to select, I didn't actually have the fragrance notes for this until after, I had made my selection and it had shipped out. We received an email with all of the information for everything that's included in this collection. And I saw a fragrance note that really normally doesn't appeal to me at all. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna really struggle with this candle, aren't I? But you know what? Surprisingly, I have not been struggling. So anyway, so Nostalgic Treats, a lot of the fragrances in this particular collection, by the way, are repackages. So you may have already had some of these in the past. Included is Pink Bubblegum, which I know was quite a popular scent. The Cherry Lime Slushy, Grape Soda is in this collection, Frozen Rainbow Pop, this one here. And then actually the last candle review of the day is gonna be Banana Split Sundae, and that is also a part of this Nostalgic Treats collection. So again, I will link it down below. Feel free to check it out if you are interested in any of those fragrances. So let's go through the usual here where we talk about the fragrance notes. I'll tell you what my nose picks up. We'll talk strength and throw and overall burn quality. I'm definitely past the halfway point here, so I feel like I am definitely ready to share my thoughts regarding this scent. Okay, the fragrance notes for Frozen Rainbow Pop are icy grape, summer berries, caramelized sugar, and vanilla. Okay, can you guess the fragrance note that I basically gasped? It was the grape. Oh, listen, I know so many people like grape fragrances. I don't know why. I don't. Everybody has their fragrance notes that just aren't really their thing. For me, grape a lot of times ends up smelling basically just like grape Kool-Aid. Which to my nose is not really a pleasant grape scent. That grape scent also reminds me of a lot of the kids medicine that I used to give to Stella. I couldn't get her to take anything with the cherry flavor. The grape she would at least tolerate, but I just remember her, just gagging, trying to get down the grape acetaminophen. She was a baby, and I didn't like the smell of it. And I really feel like a lot of home fragrance has that either medicinal grapey smell or that just straight up Kool-Aid kind of grapey smell. And I mean, for what it's worth, I think most people actually enjoy that particular fragrance note. It's just not something that appeals to me personally. And I gotta say, the grape that's in here definitely leans a little bit towards that grape Kool-Aid kind of vibe. But here is the big but with this one. I think that the summer berries that are included in the fragrance here help to kind of tamp that grape note down just a touch. You're still gonna smell grape. If you're a grape person, don't worry. You're still gonna smell grape in here. But for me, the addition of like that strawberry, raspberry, it's almost like a blackberry note to me as well. Those summer berry notes really help to balance the grape and make this something that is really actually been quite enjoyable to my nose. I have to admit both Stella and I have really liked this one. Stella also really likes these rainbow pops. I used to actually purchase these for her pretty regularly when she was younger. And I gotta say, this candle really smells like the frozen rainbow pops. I wouldn't say that I get a caramelized sugary sweetness from this, and I wouldn't say that there's a whole lot of vanilla in here. This smells a little bit more like that, like an icy, you know? There's not really anything creamy to this. It just smells like a fruity popsicle. That's basically it. And it's sweet, but it's not a caramelized sweetness. So like there's nothing about this sugar that is like caramelly or toffee-like or anything like that. It's just sugary sweet, like how a rainbow pop should taste. I think the fragrance itself is really well done. You know, if they took the grape out, I don't think that I would be mad about that. I think, you know, just this with like that summer berry vibe would be fantastic as well. But I do like the fact that I have now burned a grape candle past the halfway point, and never once have I thought, ew. I don't like this. This reminds me of children's Tylenol or, you know, children's cold medicine. This is lovely. This is a grape done very, very well. So 2 thumbs up for that. Strength and throw. Strength and throw is that pretty typical, like medium, definitely room filling HomeWorx level of strength and throw. So I would put it right between a 6 and a 7. It absolutely has been filling whatever room where I've had it. It travels outside of the area where I'm burning it, but it's definitely not filling the downstairs of my house. So again, I would put the strength and the throw probably somewhere between a 6 and 7 for both. It's been a lovely scent. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I would actually consider repurchasing this. Not for this summer. I still, like I said, have plenty of candles in my HomeWorx backup stash that I need to get through for this summer. But this is something that I would absolutely consider repurchasing next year if it comes out again as a repackage. If he decides to name it something new. If it is this fragrance combination, I would definitely buy it. So yeah, overall burn quality has been good, not, you know, outstanding, because honestly the wicks that Harry is using right now, I've never been one of those people with like the huge wick issues that HomeWorx has had in the past, but these wicks are quite thin and they do tend to want to lean quite a bit. Limit your burn. I would say for me, the prime burn like time is somewhere around 3.5 hours with HomeWorx. Anything beyond that, and I do think that it kind of just opens me up to potential, you know, issues where either the wick could flop over, or it could start getting sooty, or it could start discoloring the wax. Let me give you guys the overhead shot so that you have it here. I did just light this right before starting to film this review, but you can definitely get a good sense of, you know, the coloring of the wax. It still is, for the most part, that nice creamy white color that it started with. You can see a few of those mushroom tops on the side of the jar here. And you can see how these wicks really are kind of doing an interesting, like this one is leaning this direction for some reason. Typically, once everything fully pulls out, I will take a little toothpick and we'll straighten the wicks up. and they'll stay upright for that entire burn. But, you know, as the candle kind of cools down, a lot of times they'll lean again. So I don't know. I'm not having any issues with this one, and I am well past the halfway point, as you can tell. So I think this is gonna burn just fine. And yeah, if you are looking for a kind of nostalgic summertime fragrance, and if you were a fan of these rainbow pops when you were a kid, I think this is definitely a fragrance that is worth visiting. So check it out if you are interested. Again, I'll have it linked down below. The next video that you will see is of the Banana Split Sundae. That's also a part of this Nostalgic Treats collection. So be sure to stay tuned for that if you're interested in that fragrance. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you guys being here. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.